Good morning. This is the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. My name's Dave Burney.
I'm Brent Apperson. Good morning.
Got a really good show lined up for you today, folks. Got guests coming in right away from Nebraska State Bank. Ellen Mortenson's going to be in later to talk about a very exciting Christian concert down in the Gothenburg area. And we've got a lot of other things to tell you about. Of course, we have fair items to discuss, tickets to give away, and much, much more. I was a little bit nervous this morning.
Nervous? Why is that, Dave?
I was afraid I was going to say something that I shouldn't on the radio.
Oh, wow. I don't think you've ever had that feeling before, have you?
I was going to compliment Julie Tulane.
Oh, well, I wouldn't have any anxiety about doing that.
Well, I mean, you don't understand the whole story.
Oh, I don't.
Because Julie is, for a number of years now, basically organized and got the Custer County Fair Parade set up.
Yes.
And she brings the book, and she has everything organized. And
Does
she's
a great job.
Great job. And she's doing that, I think, on behalf of the Lions Club. She works through the Lions Club quite a bit. And I was very tempted to say, I think it's the Lions, but it could be the Cougar Club. But I'm glad I didn't say that.
I'm glad you didn't go down that road.
Love you, Julie. Oh, boy.
Oh.
I'm
going to my island.
That always brings back great memories when you talk about the Cougar Club because of Shirley McGinn.
Yes.
Oh, gosh.
And Bob. Yeah. Right.
Well, actually, I was the one that blew it on that.
Oh,
one.
you were. Oh,
yeah.
I thought it was Bob Bowles that did that.
No,
it was you.
Yeah.
Okay.
She had Shirley, bless her. She wore a lot of outfits back then that had that cat look, cougar look.
Yeah, kind of that leopard print.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I went a little too far with that. I said she looked like a cougar. And every time I'd see Shirley, she'd bring that up. So now every time I see Julie Tulane, she'll probably bring it up.
Yeah.
But she is a lion, not a cougar.
Okay.
The Broken Bow Chamber of Commerce is all a part of this fair parade as well. The Lions Club. And Paul Holland and Julie Tulane would like to thank B-Bar Trailer Sales for the use of their trailers this year. Again, They've always done it. The couple of years they couldn't was COVID years when they didn't have any trailers in stock. And so we want to thank them. Also, Agland ATV for the lineup ATVs that they're providing. Matt Lawhorn for the use of his side-by-side. And they also thank the radio station, KCNI KBBN, for announcing the parade tomorrow, and the volunteer judges and the parade setup crew. I'm supposed to read that tomorrow at the parade, and Jeremy will be reading it as well over on the other stand. We'll have announcer stands, as usual, in front of the Custer County Chief and over in the city park just north of the bandstand. And I wanted to do that today so that the folks who weren't able to make the parade knew all these people were doing these wonderful things.
Yeah, good idea. Wish I could be there with you to help announce the parade tomorrow. I do. I think I announced it with you last year, and if I'm not mistaken, I think that was the first time that you and I announced the parade together.
It was.
Yeah.
Yep.
And I enjoyed that.
It was, and my wife is going to help me tomorrow, and Jeremy's going to be, as I mentioned, over at the Custer County Chief. I don't know who's maybe going to help him, and then the rest of the staff will be in the parade and throwing out candy and I think some T-shirts.
Yeah, I'll be doing some announcing tomorrow night as well, but it won't be at the parade. It'll be at the ball game.
Right.
So we'll all be announcing.
We'll be
tomorrow
busy.
Night.
That's great.
Yes,
and,
it's going to be a great weekend.
It's going to be a great weekend. Little something to note here this morning.
Okay.
Tina was here at 6:45 this morning.
Yeah.
This girl is tearing it up, folks. We're excited about what Tina's doing for us since she's come on to the sales team. I don't know if Christy's ever showed up at 6:45 in the morning.
Oh.
I
think I am going to go to my island now.
Don't remember
I'm not
her.
going to get into the middle of this. No way. But I will say that Tina brought donuts.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Not only did she bring donuts, chocolate frosted donuts with sprinkles.
At 6:45 in the morning.
I've had people kind of make fun of me and kind of, make fun of my manhood even for the fact that I like sprinkles.
Well,
on donuts. I'm a sprinkle guy. I love sprinkles. So thank you, Tina.
Yeah, thanks, Tina. She had to catch a ride in early this morning, so she was here early. Now, I should say that, Christy, when we've had early assignments like Sork and had to leave here at like 5:30 or 6.
She's always here.
She's been here for that. But generally, on a regular day, I've never seen her at 6:45 before. Nor, she probably has bought some donuts. I don't know. Has she?
Oh, yeah.
Has she? Okay.
Yeah, she has.
She brings some of her baked goods.
I was just going to say, and she brings baked goods. I've been the recipient of freshly baked chocolate chip cookies, which are just amazing.
They are.
They really
They're
are.
great.
They're good.
We got a couple good salespeople.
We're blessed,
in the
in all seriousness.
radio family.
Yeah.
But I've never seen Christy here at 6:45.
And in all fairness, if Tina wouldn't have had to have gotten a ride with her husband into work today, she probably wouldn't have been here at 6:45 either.
I don't care. It's impressive.
Well, true. Agreed.
Oh, well, at this rate, I might be looking for a new career. A great career.
Yes.
And I know where I can go.
Yeah? Where would you apply, Dave?
BD.
Hey.
In Broken Bow. Then there'd be two Daves there.
Yeah.
Manager Dave and Worker Dave.
Well, and your last names are very similar.
Bergie.
Bergie
Bernie.
and Bernie. And so, if he had to be, say you got hired and he had to be gone or something, you could just step in and run the place. They probably wouldn't even know the difference because your last names are so similar.
I think I would have a meeting.
Yeah.
Hold a meeting, big meeting in the meeting room and say, we got to ramp up production.
Would you go into executive session?
I don't think you do that in business world.
Oh, okay.
Well, you probably have private meetings,
Oh,
but I don't know if it's executive session. Anyway, if you're looking for a great career, BD and Broken Bow is hiring, and they'd love to have you join their team. They offer competitive wages, a team environment, and get this, day one benefits. And some of those benefits include health, life, dental, tuition reimbursement, and more. Apply online at bd.com/careers. You can also attend their open interviews every Wednesday from 3 until 4 in Broken Bow. Again, that's bd.com/careers, or stop in on Wednesdays between 3 and 4 p.m.
Hey, I know that you mentioned we'll be talking with our friend Ellen Mortensen on The Breakfast Show later today. Please don't forget to record. Ellen, I have never seen so many notes and so many circles and highlighted material about making sure we record somebody.
Ellen's name is highlighted in yellow.
Yes.
Beside that is a red X. And then over where it says record, it's circled in red.
Uh-huh.
And then there's a pink sticky note on here as well that says record Ellen for later.
Okay.
Don't let me forget.
I'll try not to. I think that if we do forget, we will be in trouble with all of those reminders. Hey, don't forget the Thomas County Fair, folks, is going on, and they've got a big weekend ahead. They have some great things coming up tonight. The Thomas County Fair Ranch Rodeo will start at 5 o'clock tonight, then a community barbecue at the Thomas County Fairgrounds by Seneca Lodge 284. They'll have a cornhole tournament and night golf at the Thetford Golf Course tonight as part of the Thomas County Fair in Thetford. And then tomorrow, make sure you show up for the parade. The theme this year is I Had the Time of My Life in Thomas County. The parade will go through downtown Thetford, and then later in the day, Saturday, tomorrow, Sandhills Got Talent Show at Thomas County Fairgrounds, followed by a barbecue at 6. And then at 8 o'clock tomorrow evening, entertainment by Dueling Pianos at the Thomas County Fairgrounds. And a lot of other things going on tonight and certainly tomorrow. So check it out, the Thomas County Fair going on now.
Brubaker's Coffee House in Arnold is hiring. They have an opening. If you're looking for a fun job, they've got one for you. Now, they're looking for someone who's friendly, committed, and enjoys working with people. If you're one of those types, stop in at Brubaker's in Arnold to grab an application. They are open 8 to 5 Tuesday through Friday and Saturday from 9 until 3. They offer a friendly, positive working environment and a flexible work schedule. Again, that's Brubaker's in Arnold. Stop in for an application and join their great team. All right.
I believe our guests are here.
Well,
or maybe just guests. No, guests.
Two guys.
There we go. Come on in, fellas.
Come on down.
We're tag teaming.
All
They're
right.
tag team. It's kind of like team roping we got going on here.
Hey.
I reckon do that.
Yeah.
I'm not ready to do that.
We're going to real quick tell you the Prairie Pioneer Center today is serving roast beef salad, actually, sandwiches. I'll try that again. Roast beef salad sandwiches. It's in two different lines.
Yeah,
but
okay, gotcha.
Does that make
Yeah,
sense?
yes.
They grind it up and they put pickles in it.
You bet.
And fresh veggies and fruit. Call them, let them know you're coming if you're not a regular customer at 872-6121. You can also call that same number to set up home delivery to your residence. All right, Nebraska State Bank is here. Iris Bonnell is here. Mr. Smith, John Smith, how you guys doing?
Hey, great. How are you?
We're doing well. We're doing
Good.
well.
Yeah, you guys always are.
Hey, I wanted to show you
Bright and early
something.
in the morning.
Guys, this is a card from my adopted mom down in Arkansas.
Okay.
And it
Thank you.
Can I just read one line
Sure.
to you? You're my favorite adopted son, signed Mom. That's Brent's mom down in Arkansas, but she's
Okay.
kind of taken me under her wing and
Okay.
got this card because I sent some flowers to her when she was here, and she goes on to say, "Thank you for being so good to Brent. You are a special guy to all of us."
Yeah, exactly.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, that's my favorite
Oh,
line.
is that right?
Yeah.
Isn't that something?
Cool.
Yeah.
Well, that's nice your mom thought of him anyway, Brent. You know, what can I say?
Yeah. Well, he's bribing her is what's happening. He's giving her pearls. He's giving her flowers.
Oh,
I-
and you don't do that?
No. So he's making me look bad.
Oh, no.
Is what's going on. And yeah,
Oh,
that's all right.
there you go. There you go. So
okay.
Well, it's all about relationships.
Yeah.
that is right. It is right.
Now I'll let you know who you know type deal.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
family relationships are always a little, special.
Yes.
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 Yeah.
And speaking of relationships, that's the key thing that Nebraska State Bank wants to reinforce is that we truly value our relationships that we get to have with so many people in Custer County. Not only guys like you guys out here, but throughout town. There's just a lot of great people around Custer County, and this is very evident this week with the fair coming on and everything. It'll be a lot of fun.
Yeah, they're already checking in, doing different things. Sunday's a big day to bring in all the livestock, and
Yeah.
it's really rolling already. We've had a fashion show, and shooting sports starts this morning,
Yeah.
and so it's really underway. But I know how important it is to you guys because you're both kind of ag-related as
Yes.
well.
Yes. So
Well, and Ira is going to be out there front and center. He's got some kids that are showing beef and
yep.
they're involved in the horse thing.
All three of my kids are involved in 4-H now, so it's hard to believe they should be that old, but they are. And to your point too, yes, I hope everybody remembers the fair isn't just the Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday show. I mean, these kids have worked hard to do the fashion show, the shooting sports, the baking, the cooking. I mean, and all of that is happening right now. And I hope they get out there and support these kids too, because those are very important skills and very important things that they're doing too. And there's some wonderful things that they're doing out there with that too. So.
Ira, the one thing I've noticed, and John, you probably have noticed this too over the years, that I think the kids who are in 4-H and FFA who do well have very involved parents, very involved family. It's a
absolutely.
It's a family thing. Mom or dad help with whatever the kids are into, whether it be baking or showing a steer.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely.
So it really keeps that family netted together, seems like.
And if you have any questions on that, just go down there about 5:30 in the morning on Monday or Tuesday to the wash racks, and you will see every bit of that family involvement. And not only that, there are other parents that help other kids, with the clipping, with anything in the ring. I mean, there are, I don't know if you could count the number of volunteers or the volunteer hours that go into that from the other parents, from our bank. I know about all of the bank helps with the free pit barbecue. John helps announce the horse show. My wife and I, we take steers in and help with the roping side of things on Wednesday, and just everything that's done. It's unbelievable the amount of volunteer hours that go into it.
And the people that are out there, and it's people that a lot of times don't get recognized, and something like that. And for them, you're right, the parents, the supporters in the county, and there's a lot of people that support 4-H and FM. They aren't parents or grandparents even, but they still want to support Custer County. And, man, there is a multitude of those also. And we are so grateful for all of them. All the involvement. The parade that's coming up here, there's a group of people that helped to line that up and get that all coordinated and running. And I'll tell you what, it's not easily done. There's a lot of work goes into that stuff. Just like you guys coming down to announce. Well, somebody's announcing a baseball game, I hear.
Yes.
There you go. And then he'll be down. And Dave, I don't know how many years you've done the parade down here, but it's been a lot. It's been a lot. I know I've been here over 40 plus years, and pretty sure you've done most of them.
I think. Time gets away from me. I do know my hair was black at that time, but it's not anymore, so that tells you something.
Well, I can understand that. I had hair at that time. So.
One of the things, too, you mentioned it's not always immediate family. I've talked to some kids already and did some recordings, and they might have an aunt who knows how to sew.
Oh, yeah.
My grandma's showing me how to sew. My older sister, It's really cool that way.
Yeah, and it is. I know my wife, we haven't had kids involved, but we have grandkids that are involved in Lincoln. Lori lives down there, and she's got 2 or 3 girls, well, 3 girls, but 2 of them are very much involved in 4-H, and Karen helped them with their sewing projects this year, I know. Yeah. So it's always a great deal. It's a great plan and stuff that goes on and stuff. And the other thing we want to throw a big congratulations is the free pit barbecue that comes up on Monday night. Jamie Anderson and Matt Thomas, they do a phenomenal job, and the workers and the people that are there at that, you'll see a tremendous number of businessmen and community people and community leaders that are out there helping serve and make sandwiches. And there's a group that actually start cooking, like tonight or tomorrow night, I believe, and they pack that pit. And so, it all happens, but not without a lot of work. So
Now, if you guys, we kind of warned Matt about this, and Jamie, that I don't know if you know the gentleman who runs A to Z Lawn Pro.
Oh,
I think his first name is Russ.
Okay.
He has a dilly bar addiction.
Okay.
And so, would you kind of help out and watch, because we're afraid. He can't help himself. He needs an intervention.
Okay.
But we're worried he's going to get into the freezer, because Lions Appliance brings the freezer.
Yes, they do.
To keep those cool. And he might sneak up from behind and steal a few boxes.
We'll give a tidbit to Brent Kirkpatrick. And I do know from the bank, Tammy Shaw and then Chad from Black Hills India, her husband, help hand those out every year.
Yeah.
And I will tell them to police that very diligently.
Yeah. So, give him a heads up.
Yeah.
He might be like coming in incognito, maybe wearing a spray mask or something like that.
Okay. We can watch that.
Additional security will be required, is what you're saying?
Yeah. Thanks, Ira. Appreciate it.
There you go. That we can do it. We can do it. And so, it's going to be fun.
What are there some other things that you guys wanted to visit about? I mean, I know obviously the fair is on everybody's mind, and you guys are heavily involved in that. But
getting into this time of the year here, it's not far, and I hate to mention it because some people, school's going to be starting soon, and it's coming right around the corner. some of the area schools are starting before Broken Bow, of course. Broken Bow has a delay because of the construction going on up there, which is wonderful, by the way. My wife went up and toured that the other night, and it's coming along great. But, yeah, there's a lot of those things coming along here. A couple things else that we want to mention back to the fair. For the temporary time here, we are going to set up an ATM machine out at the fairgrounds, so people want to get some cash and stuff. It'll be under the grandstand. We had a spare machine type thing that we're trying it out. We're going to see if it all works. We got to get it hooked up to internet and all this kind of fun stuff. But right now, we think it's going to work. So we're going to try it out there. You know, technology always works on some stuff. But yeah, it's set up out there, and we're going to be using that and utilizing that out there. And then, you know, the other things coming up at the fair, the bull riding events, the bullfighting, those are all things that we've been involved with, help sponsor, as is many Custer County businesses. And that's always fun. Yeah. It's always a fun night out there.
People love it. This year on Wednesday, not having a music show, but I kind of like what Hannah Pearson describes. It's going to be kind of a laid-back Wednesday with good food, some cornhole, throwing some axes, and and just kind of, you know, maybe just taking a little bit easy and having some fun. They'll have a beer garden, and
you know, just to diversify, we got to try some new things, new ideas. Just get people involved, and that's nothing wrong with that stuff. And I'm one that is really reluctant to change. Ira don't start smiling once in a while, but you know, it is great to have some new ideas, new fresh ideas, and some things going on out there. Yeah.
Well, it's changed over the years, but it still stayed the same, especially around that 4-H and FFA part of it with the kids and the white shirts and you know, all the different things that they have going. And I love the small animal show. I usually catch that on Sunday at 5. And you get lizards and cats and dogs and.
Well, and do you guys still do interviews once in a while with some of the exhibitors out there then?
Yes. I was told yesterday afternoon that we'll be doing 109 interviews with kids this year.
Oh, wow.
I've got 35 done so far.
Oh, wow. You know, Dave, the fair's coming soon. I don't know if you're going to get...
Well, we'll get a lot of them around the covered arena.
I don't know if you're going to get 64 done here.
Would you guys like to do an interview with us?
Oh, hey, yeah, we can count that too.
We can play back.
Maybe try to. We'll down to 37 then. 37.
Yeah. Well, the businesses just love to support those interviews because the kids, you know, they kind of say what they like about 4-H or FFA, what they like about the fair.
Projects, absolutely. And so, they should be proud of those things like that. But,
Well, and one of the things, too, if you look at, I'm an a 4-H alum. Look at the people that are on the Ag Society. How many of them grew up in the 4-H deal? Look at how many parents are bringing their kids back. How many have all come up through that program that do so much for the community, too. I mean, that just speaks volumes for what that organization does and what it builds into them kids as they grow into adults.
It's clear. It's clear to see that. You're right, Ira. It's just a continuous family. And John, you know, you mentioned doing the parade for a long time, and you've been announcing rodeos and fair events for many years. And you know, I guess you get this point in your life, and you go, "Well, I announced that." Mom, and now their child is in the rodeo.
You know, that is so true.
Even, maybe even a generation extra.
It is so true, and that's part of the fun part of it. You get to know these families and get to know these names and recognize some stuff. It's interesting. I've had the pleasure of announcing the horse show for a couple of years, and Ira will testify to this. I actually recognize the horses that are coming in that mom and dad might have rode, and then now kid or grandkids riding. That happens. Ira will identify with that because we do. You recognize some of them horses again. So that's also another weakness I have. I like that too. So.
That's a good weakness. And Ira, I know you're a horse guy and a cattle guy. Have been your whole life. I love talking to the kids. You know, what horse do you bring to the fair? Some of them bring a couple. Maybe even 3, but a lot of times 2. And you ask them their names, and then they kind of tell you what the personality of those horses are.
And they're all different.
Horses, steers,
Oh, yeah.
cat, it doesn't make any
Yeah.
difference. Once you get around, and that's what these kids learn, once you get around these animals that much and actually put the work into getting them ready and that, these animals all have their own attitude, their own little quirks and that, and it's just amazing how you can watch the kids and animals start to come together and just learn each other from that standpoint. So
Yeah, and sometimes you scratch your head because what's a steer weigh nowadays?
they'll
12
go
to 1,500.
Okay, 12 to 1,500 pounds, and they got a little gal who weighs
Oh,
about 45, 50
at the
pounds.
most. And just leading them in there.
Yeah. And they've worked with that steer for a long time
Yes, they have.
to allow that youngster to be able to maneuver it.
Well, and I don't know if it looks difficult to me. How do you show a pig? You know, a pig out there, you try to guide them around. Pigs have their own minds and ideas, and you try to steer, to guide them through, and that's how you show them and exhibit them. But that is a challenge. It's almost like herding cats.
It really is.
It truly is. And so,
I think the weather has so much to do with pigs too. If it's hot or cool, they're different animals.
oh, absolutely.
Yeah. And it's not forecasted to be on the cool side.
No,
this
it's
next
not.
week
It's
either,
not.
unfortunately. But
I do know an inside trick on pigs that
How's-
Hunter Thomas told me about when he was showing pigs.
Okay.
Oreos.
Oh,
Oreo cookies will
we'll
get them to go where you want
you
them
want
to
to
go.
go. Well, that works. That would work. Whatever it takes, I think we'd be willing to do. And
Hope I
so-
didn't reveal something that was a hidden secret.
I don't think
Yeah.
it probably is. I'm sure lots
Yeah.
of people know some things out there that we don't know about.
A
But
lot of times they end up washing those pigs more than once too, don't they? They get them all cleaned up and they look over and they're
rooting
getting
down
dirty
in,
again.
getting them. Yep. They have to do it. That's all the things done on there. So
Well, guys, it's great that I know Nebraska State Bank supports many, many things throughout the year, and banks get asked a lot to support things, and I know you select the things that you want to support, and you do an awful lot of it. So thank you very much.
well, we appreciate that. Thank you. And that's just one of the things I think Nebraska State Bank does and tries to do is. And all of our staff, I don't think there's a person down there that hasn't been involved in one way or another with the parade or the county parades that we've had at various towns and communities throughout. We've tried to be at numerous ones of them and have somebody there. And so we've had different people volunteer. Our staff down there is tremendous. We look at. I don't care if you're the teller or where you're at in there. They're all involved. We got 2 girls who've been down there working on our parade float for 2 or 3 nights in a row here. They kind of want to do it themselves, and they're artistic, and they didn't want Ira and I down there.
we did not need to be down there.
when it involved art. So it was all good. But yeah, right. Then thank you very much.
Yeah.
But I just want to say thank you to so many people in the county and the community. But yeah, especially the parents and grandparents that help out with these kids, the 4-H and projects, whether it's sewing, showing beef, horses, pigs, whatever it might be. There's a lot of woodworking display,
Right.
just all kinds of things out there. The variety of things that can be involved is tremendous. And a big thanks to the Extension Service off of there for all the stuff they do, and the FFA teachers and coaches. They all do a great job.
They do.
bringing the kids.
Colleen Peterson and she gets young ladies to help her every year. Some of them work with her 2 or 3 years.
Yeah.
And I was talking with a couple of the gals that are going to be helping this year, and it's already bittersweet. They really enjoy it, and they don't want it to end. So
That's true.
And I know, and John touched on this very true. We are here in Broken Bow, and it is the fair, but I want everybody to remember this is the county fair,
Custer.
and the entire area and stuff, and that's what we do. We got customers all over the area and that's why we support what we do, is because of our customers and that's so just because it's here in Broken Bow doesn't mean this isn't about the county as a whole too.
Yeah, very much so.
and actually, I read a little bit beyond the county. There's kids that like this facility and the club they're in. I know Sumner, Miller down in there.
Yep.
They bring a lot of kids up. Arcadia.
Got some kids from Dunning coming down, and
Yep.
Yeah, there is. It is very much involved in the area. That's a good point.
Yeah.
Thanks for mentioning that.
Thanks, guys.
Yeah,
Now,
welcome.
As fairs go, since we've seen a few of them, I always like to look at the parents on Saturday or Sunday, and then see what they look like
Wednesday night.
on Thursday night.
I think it's just a relief. Thursday night at the livestock sale, which we've been big promoters of and supporters of throughout the many years. But that Wednesday or Thursday night at the sale, it's just like total relief, and it's just, they're just hanging the head and ready to go. And you're so right.
They're happy and exhausted, I think.
Oh,
yes. Right. Thanks, guys.
Yeah,
appreciate it.
Welcome.
We'll take a time out, then we'll go to news. Stay tuned.
Dave and Brent.
Good morning.
Oh, good morning.
On KCNI KBBN Radio.
The warm season is here. Feeling motivated to get some projects done? Your first stop should be Ansley Lumber and Supply. If you aren't as motivated as you'd like to be, when you see the quality products and materials they sell to put on your home, you'll be ready to go. Composite decking from TimberTech and Armadillo will stand the test of time. Pella and Marvin windows will keep the outside air out and the inside air in. Top it all with Tamco Titan XT roofing, tough like a roof should be. Metal is another option for your barn dominium, shop, or other roof as well. Ansley Lumber and Supply, downtown Ansley.
Did you just finish pulling weeds from your landscaping project, but unable to stand up straight to enjoy it? Team Physical Therapy can help. 872-5111. Did you slide into second, but unable to make it home due to a sprained ankle or pulled muscle? Call Team Physical Therapy, 872-5111. Team Physical Therapy is open at all locations in Broken Bow, Burwell, Gothenburg, and Callaway. So don't let that back, neck, shoulder, or leg pain limit you. Give Team Physical Therapy a call at 872-5111.
You are listening to the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. Go, go, go! On KCNI, KBBN, Broken Bow, Nebraska.
CBS News Brief. The mayor of Paris is vowing arson attacks that are holding up high-speed rail service into France will not impact today's opening ceremony at the Olympics. But this rail rider can testify otherwise.
We say at the billboards that there is a delay on 13 minutes. Now it's 14 minutes, so it's getting longer and longer.
Chance of rain in Paris today, up to 80%. The Obamas have phoned Vice President Harris to give her bid for the Democratic presidential nomination the thumbs up.
We called to say Michelle and I couldn't be prouder to endorse you and to do everything we can to get you through this election and into the Oval Office.
The vice president said this after a meeting with Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu yesterday.
Israel has a right to defend itself, and how it does so matters.
Donald Trump meets with Netanyahu at Mar-a-Lago today. CBS News Brief. I'm Deborah Rodriguez.
You can host the best backyard barbecue when you find a professional on Angie to make your backyard the best around. Connect with skilled professionals to get all your home projects done well. Inside to outside, repairs to renovations. Get started on the Angie app or visit Angie.com today. You can do this when you Angie that.
Life hack number 7. Get an iPhone 12 on Straight Talk.
Life hack.
Here's how it works. You walk into Walmart, go to the electronics section, ask for iPhone 12 with 5G and a dual camera system, and select the new Silver Unlimited plan. They'll smile because it's a good plan. You get real unlimited data all for just $20 a month for the whole first year. Get it at Walmart or StraightTalk.com. Straight Talk. Less dollars, more sense. Taxes and fees apply. Requires activation of iPhone 12 and a new Silver Unlimited plan or higher end auto pay enrollment. $25 a month service credit applied for up to 12 months if eligibility requirements are met. For network management practices, visit StraightTalk.com.
Here's a look at Nebraska news. In a story released by KSMB, a Giltner man will spend some time in jail after one of his dogs was found frozen to death in January. According to Hamilton County District Court documents, 60-year-old Kevin Jamison was sentenced on Wednesday to a term of 30 days at the Hamilton County Jail and then 2 years of probation. Jamison was charged with felony cruel neglect of an animal resulting in death and cruel felony neglect of an animal causing serious illness or injuries, but those charges were reduced as a part of a plea agreement in May. He pleaded no contest to attempted abandoned cruelty neglect of an animal, a Class 1 misdemeanor. Court records indicate that on January 14th, a Hamilton County deputy found one of Jemison's dogs frozen to death in his backyard. Another dog was found shivering and unsteady on her feet. The dog was taken to an Aurora veterinarian. Her body temperature was 10 degrees below normal. The surviving dog was also found with frost burns on 2 legs. The surviving dog has been turned over to the Aurora Vet Clinic for adoption. As part of Jemison's probation, the court ordered that Jemison shall not own any animals solely dependent on his care, except for the defendant's bird. He is also ordered to actively participate and successfully complete an owner responsibility course through the Nebraska Humane Society, the Victim Empathy course, and responsible decision-making classes. This has been a Nebraska News Update. I'm Jack Simpson, reporting from Central Nebraska's news source.
From the Fox Sports Studios in Los Angeles, here's Eddie Garcia.
Check out Major League Baseball games of note. The Padres shut out the Nationals 3-0. San Diego's Dylan Cease tossed the second no-hitter in franchise history. 9 innings, no runs, no hits, 9 strikeouts, 3 walks. He threw 114 pitches. San Diego moves a half game in front of idle St. Louis for the final wildcard spot in the National League. Dodgers defeat the Giants 6-4. Clayton Kershaw made his season debut for L.A. Threw 72 pitches, 4 innings, 2 runs, 5 hits, 6 strikeouts, 2 walks in a no decision. Shohei Ohtani hit his 31st home run of the year in the win. The NL West leaders taking 3 of 4 in the series from San Francisco. Guardians on top in the AL Central were shut out by the Tigers 3-0. Cleveland now 3-4 since the All-Star break. Mets get by the Braves 3-2 in 10 innings. A misplayed fly ball in the outfield was the difference. And New York, with that win, is now a half game back of Atlanta for the number 1 wildcard spot of the National League. Orioles beat the Marlins 7-6 in 10 innings. Baltimore's 2 games up on idle New York for first in the AL East.
Here's your weatherology forecast. I'm meteorologist Jennifer Wojcicki. High temperatures reach up to 92. Today, under mainly sunny skies, southerly winds 10 to 20 miles per hour. Mainly clear again. Tonight, lows level off around 68. High temperatures reach up to 91. Tomorrow, mainly clear. Low 90s, Sunday and Monday, with a slight chance of thunderstorms. Sunday. From the Weatherology Weather Center, I'm staff meteorologist Jennifer Wojcicki.
They grow up so fast, and soon enough they're off to college. But as time goes by, the cost of tuition continues to rise. You know that college is important, but the expenses may seem out of reach. Edward Jones can help. I'm Edward Jones financial advisor Tim McCaslin.
And I'm Edward Jones financial advisor Janet Lawhorn. Let's work together to help you tackle growing college expenses. Call us at 308-872-6849 or visit edwardjones.com to schedule an appointment. Edward Jones, member SIPC.
Currently 69 under a sunny sky. Winds are light and variable, not a big factor so far. It's been pretty calm the last few days, which has been unusual. I understand that that can cause a little trouble out there in the pastures where you have windmills filling those tanks up. And we haven't had that problem for quite a long time. As a matter of fact, you probably had to go out and shut them off there for months. Seemed like the wind blew all the time. But here lately, we've had calm winds for the most part. Barometric pressure is rising at 30.07, humidity at 72%. High yesterday, 92 with an overnight low of 64. And sunset today's at 9:02, sunrise tomorrow morning at 6:29, 3 inches and 77 hundredths precipitation measured so far this month. That's a look at weather and news. You're listening to the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. We are happy to have you along. We're going to take another quick break. We'll be right back.
Throughout July, it's savings time at RTA's Hardware in Broken Bow. Red hot buys await you inside their doors, including Benjamin Moore paint and the accessories and tools you need to apply it. Walk down the aisles and look for the red. Milwaukee tools are in stock and ready to go home with you to make life easier. Browse their selection of grills from Weber and Traeger, as well as sauces and seasonings for your grilling. Red hot savings are at RTA's Hardware in Broken Bow. Open Monday to Friday, 7:30 until 6, Saturday 8 until 4, and Sunday 11 to 5.
Bugs can wreak havoc on your post-harvest stored grains and eat away at your bottom line. Protecting grain helps you protect your profits, and Gravista D-insecticide is your solution. A combination adulticide, synergist, and insect growth regulator, Gravista D-insecticide is the ideal on-farm solution to help you stop these bugs before they can take a bite out of your profits. Protect your grain with Gravista D-insecticide from Central Life Sciences. Visit bugfreegrains.com to learn more. The Thrive for 75 giveaway is in full swing. Here's where you can come see us next.
Thank you for coming and seeing us in Mason City after the parade. The Fair Parade in Broken Bow is where you're going to see us next. After that parade, come and see us in the park. And then we'll be at the Free Pit Barbecue as well for another chance for you to get signed up for those weekly and big-time drawings in September.
Drawings every Friday and a grand prize drawing in September. Details on sandhillsexpress.com.
It is 10 minutes past the hour of 8 o'clock. Time is flying by quickly.
Seems to do that.
Now, the ball game tonight, I'm kind of proud to say I understand that Paul Burney's going to be throwing the first pitch, my youngest son, my second son.
Yeah, he'll be throwing out the ceremonial first pitch.
Oh, that's nice.
From what I understand. It is nice and well-deserved. Paul has been involved in the Legion program, as you know, for many years. Started as a player and has served many years as a coach and a great supporter of the program.
Loves baseball, so this will be quite an honor for him. And he's going to be with you on the game tonight?
Yes, he's going to be our guest color commentator tonight. So Paul's going to join us in the booth, and he and I will call the game today.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Tell him to avoid any conversations about Cougars.
Oh, right. Okay.
Tell him Dad passed that along.
All right.
To him.
We'll have that visit right before we go on the air.
Okay. Thank you.
Thanks for starting your day with us.
It's gonna be a good day.
Every morning. KCNI, KBBN Radio.
Southern rock will never die. Here's the Outlaws.
at the Custer County Fairgrounds. Mark your calendar for Tuesday the 30th. Ground-thumping, hard-racing bullfighting action is on the way. Here's the challenge for the bullfighters. Get points. How do they do it? Well, by being daring, dangerous, and crazy. Their score rises the closer they do tricks, flips, and spins near, around, and sometimes even over the bull. You absolutely do not want to miss this daring action. Pre-sale tickets are available online at ticketsource.us or at the Broken Bow Chamber office for $15 or at the gate for $20. Gates open Tuesday the 30th at 6:30 and the action starts at 7:30. Ultimate bullfighting at the Custer County Fairgrounds. Brought to you by Agland ATV, Broken Bow and Burwell Livestock, Axeman Heating and Air, Pleasanton Livestock Services, Two Boss Equipment, Franz and Fencing, and the Arrow Hotel and Bonfire Grill.
I am talking with Katie Strothman, a technical service representative for BASF, who says producers need to use a diverse strategy to prevent HPPD resistance.
If we have somebody who is looking for a little longer lasting option, we have a new product that's called Certain. Certain is unique in that it has encapsulated PPO. So its label features a wider application window, right? We have that a little bit of pre-post flexibility. If Mother Nature says, oh, you're not going to make it out to spray your crop before that corn starts emerging, you can go up to that early corn V2 window with Certain and make sure that you've still got that residual. Our post is going to contain Status herbicide. Status is a really great product. 2 effective herbicide sites of action in that single product. And the 2 effective sites of action work together to get the most out of each component.
For more information, connect with your local BASF technical service representative or retailer.
Convenience. It's something we all look for in our day-to-day life, and sometimes it can be hard to find. Fortunately for you, you can stop looking for more convenient ways to bank. At Bruning Bank, our online and mobile banking is there whenever you need it to make sure your finances are in order. From keeping tabs on your account to setting up spending controls when you're on vacation, you are in control. And with a lot of the scams and fraud in today's world, you can look at the checks you write, transactions on your account, and set up alerts. It's time to build, grow, and thrive. Call Bruning Bank today. Bruning Bank, member FDIC.
A great wheat harvest is in the bag when you choose certified seed wheat from AeroSeed. Planting certified seed from AeroSeed ensures high-quality weed-free seed with known germination, known test weight, and known seed count. This, along with AeroSeed's careful conditioning that keeps your drill running smoothly, you're on the way to producing high-profit yields. Call your local AeroSeed dealer or visit aeroseed.com to find the certified seed wheat varieties best for you.
And action! It's Dave and Brent getting the action started on the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show on KCNI KBBN.
8:19 is your time. Dave and Brent with you here on this Friday. Very, very busy week and weekend as we've been talking with the fairs and rodeos and all the different things going on. We're trying to cover as much of that as we can for you. And as Brent mentioned, we do have baseball for you tonight on KBBN. And that is going to start...
late this
That's actually
afternoon.
this afternoon, isn't it?
Yeah. They're playing the games kind of early today. There's actually 3 games today at the Class B Area 6 American Legion Seniors Baseball Tournament. Again, Broken Bow getting the wonderful honor and privilege of hosting the tournament this year. Game 1, I believe, is going at 11 o'clock this morning. And then following that will be Game 2 at 1:30, and then Broken Bow will play the final game of the day at 4 o'clock.
All right.
Today. So today's games will be a little bit earlier than normal, and then tomorrow we'll go into more of kind of a regular time format where Broken Bow will be playing tomorrow night at 7 o'clock. And my understanding is Broken Bow probably going to play at 7 o'clock tomorrow night regardless of today's results. So that's kind of what we're looking at.
Good to know. And there's probably enough time between games to stay on schedule unless you have a couple extra inning games or something like that.
Yeah, I think they're kind of splitting them about giving 2.5 hours in between games. So you're right. If one game kind of gets extended and goes long, then that might kind of push us back a little bit. But that's the time frame for now anyway.
Okay, very good. And, of course, we've been talking Custer County Fair, Thomas County Fair, Burwell Rodeo, and we was talking with Mark over at Trade Winds earlier this week, and they had their Sherman County Fair going on. So go any direction, you'll find some activity just like every other weekend has been and will be probably through the rest of the summer. It does slow down a little bit for festivals. The grand finale weekend is Labor Day weekend when we have the Kite Flight in Callaway and Arcadia's Fall Festival, which is a real nice festival to kind of conclude things. So we'll be covering those for you, but that's a ways down the road. So, but as you know, Brent, better than anybody this year, it is wedding season.
That's what I'm told. Yes, it is.
Weddings are happening, or if you have one coming up, stop into the Circle V Stitch-In Post north of Broken Bow at 43920 Paulson Road. They have so many things for you to pick up for gifts, to have made for gifts, have personalized like Afghans, blankets, towel sets, and much, much more. Also, they have cowhide items and Western items if you like that. If you have the taste for that or your bride and groom do, they can all be personalized for that happy new couple. And also new parents for baby showers and that sort of thing. A little shirt with the baby's name on it, or I know you can think of 1,000 things for a baby to buy and put their name on it. Velma can create something that you're going to really, really like. She has new apparel styles in stock, or she can order things for you as well. And just make sure that you stop off when you're getting ready to maybe get ready for fall season, sports and all that sort of thing. Rodeo is going on, but it goes all the way into fall. Call her at 872-6173, 872-6173 for quality custom embroidery at 43920 Paulson Road here in Broken Bow.
You may have heard us visiting earlier this morning with our friends from Nebraska State Bank, Ira Spondel and John Smith, and we were talking about the Custer County Fair. And, of course, one of the big parts of the fair every year is the Free Pit Barbecue. Don't forget about it. Tuffy Winberg Memorial Free Pit Barbecue scheduled for Monday, July 29th at the Custer County Fair. They'll be serving at the fairgrounds beginning at 5:30, serving from 5:30 until 7. Free beef sandwiches, beans, chips, water, or tea, and Dairy Queen Dilly Bars will be handed out as well. Big thank you to all of the volunteers and donors who continue to make this annual tradition a success. So come on out to the Free Pit Barbecue Monday, July 29th at the Custer County Fairgrounds, serving from 5:30 until 7. And don't forget, when we were visiting with Jamie Anderson and Matt Thomas about the Free Pit Barbecue a few days ago, they are doing to-go meals too. So you can contact them about that. Maybe you're not in a position to where you can make it out to the fair, but you'd still love one of the meals or something. Contact them, and they'll see if they can set something up for you.
All right, very good. The Nebraska Department of Transportation is hiring, and they have several openings for highway maintenance workers. You can join the team in Arthur, Hyannis, Mullen, Stapleton, Thetford, and Broken Bow. They reward their employees for their hard work with a friendly, supportive work environment. They provide training and career development, advancement opportunities, ample paid time off, a work-life balance, a comprehensive benefits package that includes a matching retirement contribution. You need to apply for these jobs online only, so here's the address: statejobs.nebraska.gov. The state of Nebraska is an equal opportunity veterans preference employer. Again, the online address is statejobs.nebraska.gov.
Talking about the Custer County Fair may be something we don't talk enough about, the economic impact that the Custer County Fair has, the amount of people that come in for the fair. And one of the places that certainly feels that, just look at their parking lot during the fair. The Tumbleweed Cafe in Broken Bow. They're ready for the fair, and they remind you that they offer express meals through their drive-thru for lunch. They do that from 11 a.m. until 2 p.m. So If you're out at the fair next week and you're like, man, we need to grab something quick, don't forget about the express meals at the Tumbleweed Cafe from 11 until 2, Monday through Friday. You can drive through, grab a hamburger, cheeseburger, bacon cheeseburger, chicken sandwich, or chicken strips and fries. Now, you can still call ahead, too, for other orders off their menu and pick them up through their drive-thru, but don't forget about the express meals served from 11 until 2, Monday through Friday. Also, they do that for breakfast, too. Good way to start your day. Each Monday through Friday at the Tumbleweed, 6 to 11 a.m., you'll find delicious breakfast items ready to go, including burritos, sandwiches, cinnamon rolls, biscuits and gravy, and more. And don't forget to visit their Wake and Bake Nook now for a nice selection of casseroles that you can take home and pop in the oven to enjoy. Dine-in hours are 6 a.m. to 4 p.m., 7 days a week, and don't forget they still do that delicious Sunday buffet, and it's all happening at the Tumbleweed Cafe in Broken Bow.
And additionally, a side note, thank you to the Tumbleweed Cafe. They will be providing the live broadcast on KCNI tomorrow during the parade, and they've been doing this for a number of years. Kind of started out as they wanted to honor a very special family member, Ivan Ferguson, who served in World War II. And I always like to tell this story because Ivan was just a wonderful man, hardworking guy, raised a great family, and nobody really knew too much about his World War II career. As a lot of veterans, they just didn't say that much about it. He was with the Red Cross in World War II, and they found a whole drawer full of medals that Ivan won for saving lives and honorary service during World War II, going out and putting his life on the line to get people to safety to treat them. And then he came right back to Custer County where he came from, and wasn't long after that he started working with the ambulance service here in Broken Bow and was on the ambulance crew for many, many years. And so they always want to honor Ivan, and I will mention that during the parade tomorrow. And that's how it all got started. And I know some of you out there still are around remembering Ivan and what a great guy he was and what a hero he was. Looks like we want to talk about pizza next.
Okay, let's do that.
But I got a question for you.
Yes, sir.
I'm kind of wondering, I've been talking, and I know this makes you uncomfortable, but the expression cougar. Okay.
Yes.
I know you don't want to go there, but I want to ask you a question.
Okay.
And I think I might ask Ellen when she comes in, too.
All right.
So am I right in thinking that the description or the tag came with middle-aged ladies? Is that kind of okay to say that that's how they would describe a middle-aged lady?
Okay.
So if that's the case, then what is the description for a middle-aged man? Do they have a tag for a middle-aged man? You don't want to go there?
No, I don't.
Well, there's got to be one.
Yeah, there probably is. I don't know.
Let's ask Ellen when she comes in.
Yeah, okay. What an icebreaker question that will be as we bring in Ellen to interview her.
Yeah.
Hey, by the way, if Ellen's coming in to be interviewed, don't forget to record this.
Yeah, I got plenty of notes on that. Besides that, then we can use it again later.
Yes, I think that's the plan.
That's the plan. Little music coming your way. One called Ain't No Love in Oklahoma. It's 8:34. I'm going to look across the way here. Brent is recording now in 3, 2, 1. Because we have many notes here to record Ellen Mortensen.
Many notes, huh?
Yeah, many notes. Well, look at this. We got a red. You're highlighted in yellow because you're a guest. That's normal. Then we have a red X, and then we have a record, and then we have a pink note to record you. You are special, young lady.
Apparently.
Okay, I need your help. I know you don't want to go there because I kind of had misunderstood the term cougar.
Oh, no.
So I thought a cougar was just a middle-aged lady. But you're telling me, Brent, and Ellen, that they're a middle-aged lady who pursue younger men. Is that correct? Would that be a proper way to put it?
I believe so, yes.
Okay. So let's just take that part out of it. Let's just say the cougar term is for middle-aged ladies. So what is a middle-aged man? What's the term for him?
Just a middle-aged man, just any middle-aged man?
Yeah. I mean, over the hill, midlife crisis, what would be the tag you would hang on him?
You mean a middle-aged man who dates younger women, or just a middle-aged man?
Well,
I'm going to my island. My island has never looked so beautiful, but I'm headed there.
You have always been able to drag me into these conversations, Dave. My gosh, things never change, do they?
I guess not.
Just drag me right in, right into the mud.
No, it's not mud. I'm just going to stick with the term cougar is a middle-aged woman, and I don't know what the term is for a middle-aged man. I had forgotten that it was kind of termed that way because they pursued younger men. And I think there's all kinds of terms for a man who would pursue younger women, and we just don't want to go there.
We do not want to go there.
Look at Brent.
I'm as red as this shirt that I'm wearing right now.
The thing about it, and I just love having you here, Ellen. It's good to see you. But we've talked about this before. Maybe that'll get us started. There's things on TV these days that are advertised, or the Kardashians, or these dating shows, or bachelor shows. Mm-hmm. There's all these things that you wouldn't have thought you would ever seen in your life, and they're everywhere. Reality shows about men and women dating and chasing each other and trying to take a person away from the other one, and
yeah,
it's just kind of crazy. And then a lot of the things that are advertised, my wife and I talk about it all the time. We say, Joan says, if my mom saw that commercial today, she would just fall over right there.
Yeah.
I mean, there's things that are advertised in very open fashion that you didn't think you'd ever see.
Yeah.
It's crazy, isn't it?
It is. Our moral compass as a society has definitely shifted tremendously in the last few decades. There's no question about that.
Yeah. And some of it's okay because a lot of it centers around medicine. And so they talk to you about, maybe someday Dave's going to need some Depends, right? But I mean, I don't really want to see it on TV.
Right.
Yeah. But you're right. The bar has been lowered.
Yeah.
A lot.
Yeah.
And we hang tags on different situations like we were talking about here this morning. And it can be humorous, but it's also a little bit of a head scratcher, isn't it?
It is.
You always make me feel like a philosopher when I'm with you.
Oh, really?
Ellen, yeah.
Well, that's interesting.
Yeah. You probably didn't notice that when you worked here.
Can't say I did.
Okay, let's get down to business.
Okay.
Anyway, thanks for coming in. It's good to see you. We'll start the real interview now in 3, 2, 1. You're listening to KCNI, KBBN Radio in Broken Bow, Nebraska. Our guest this morning, Ellen Mortensen. How you doing, Ellen?
I'm doing well, thank you.
You look great.
Thank you.
Let's talk about a very very important concert, I think, and one that just keeps growing and growing that you're a part of.
Yes.
Down where you live now in the Gothenburg area, right?
Yep, in Gothenburg. Yeah, I actually started attending Living Out Loud events before I ever moved to Gothenburg. I was trying to remember on my way over, I believe this is our 12th year, the 12th year of the event. Didn't happen in 2020, of course, as nothing happened in 2020.
Mm-hmm.
So it would be actually our 11th event, but the 12th year for Living Out Loud. It started out, just a small little idea in a concert, one band in a grassy field behind the baseball field over in Gothenburg. A couple thousand people maybe showed up, and now it's grown to where we had to expand, now have it at Lake Helen with 15 to 20,000 people coming every year.
15 to 20,000.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
I didn't really know that was that big.
It is that big, and we do get asked a lot, is that a number you just pull out of the air, or how do you know that there's that many people? We actually have a member on our board that has a drone, and he has a software program with that drone. Technology today is so cool.
Mm-hmm.
And they take that drone up and they can fly the drone over the crowd, and it can measure out a little square and will count the number of heads that are in that square. And then there are so many of those size squares in that crowd, and then they can use that to estimate, about how many people were in attendance. So of course it's not 100% accurate, but it gets us pretty close as to how many we have. And we're right between 15 and 20 about every year. The couple years ago, we had Skillet come in. Skillet was a huge draw, and we had well over 20,000 people there that year.
And of course, you have the ticket sales to kind of go along with that, but I'm sure there's comp tickets.
There are no tickets.
I was going to say, it's free, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
So no charge at the gate?
There's no charge at the gate. This event is sponsored. It's called Living Out Loud, by the way, for folks who may not even know what we're talking about. It's called Living Out Loud, and it is funded entirely by private donations and sponsorships, which is huge considering our annual budget is right in the range of, this year we're right around $150,000.
Gosh.
So it's a huge budget, a huge event. And to think that we can raise that much money privately to put this on every year it just blows my mind how every year it happens. Yeah.
Wow. I think you told me that when we did another interview a few years ago, but I'd forgotten.
Yeah.
That. And as a former concert promoter, I just think that's nuts. That really is cool.
It is, but
really
gosh,
cool.
the price of everything has gotten, just our stage and sound alone is $30,000 or more.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah.
Well, it has to, for those of you who organize the event, it has to mean a lot to you because you see how many people are behind the event.
Yes.
And want to keep it to a point where people can come and still attend it for free because, as you've just mentioned, the admission may be free, but the cost to put on the event is not free. And
right.
To have those kinds of donations come in, there's a lot of people behind the scenes that believe in what you're doing.
Yes, absolutely. We do have opportunities during the event for people who attend to donate as well if they choose, and we certainly hope that they do. But we don't want anyone to feel excluded because they don't have the financial means to attend a concert. Our headline band this year is We the Kingdom. If you were to purchase a ticket to go to a We the Kingdom concert, you would be looking at a minimum of $60 a person to go to that show. Well, you can come see We the Kingdom, 10th Avenue North, Thunderstorm Artiste, Tori Harper, and Seth Schluter, who's all over the radio right now, for free. You can bring your entire family, set up your lawn chair, sit under a shade tree, and enjoy some great music. I do want to make sure and point out that it's entertainment. Obviously, it's a fantastic concert, but that is not our primary purpose for having Living Out Loud. Living Out Loud really is a ministry event. It's an opportunity for us to present the gospel message of Jesus Christ through music and to allow people who might otherwise not hear that message a chance to come and hear it. people who wouldn't necessarily go to a church, but yeah, I'll go sit in a lawn chair and listen to some good music. They have no idea the message that they're receiving, maybe at the time. Sometimes they do. I mean, we have every single year, we have people who commit their lives to Christ at our event. We have people whose lives are changed. That's why we continue to do it, because we see that, and that's why people get on board and help sponsor it, because they know that that's what's happening. So yeah, it's a great entertainment event, but it's a whole lot more than that as well.
What's the date again, Ellen?
The date is Saturday, August 17th. So it's coming right up. I wanted to come on a little early and talk about it this year because we're really in need of volunteers. We're always in need of sponsors and donors. That's just a given, and anybody who wants to help out with that is more than welcome to do so. But this year, we're really in need of volunteers. So I kind of wanted to get the message out a few weeks ahead of the event and encourage people, if you have any interest in coming over and helping out, help out in the merchandise tent. There's every area that we need help, whether it's picking up trash or guiding people to, find things, or running errands for vendors. And there's just a ton of things that need to be done, obviously, when you've got an event this size. So we need a lot of volunteers. All volunteers get a T-shirt. And we have our vendors. We've got about 20 vendors that come every year. So there's a lot of food available on site, tropical snow and, ice cream, different kinds of things. But a lot of the vendors also work with us and will provide us a coupon for volunteers to be able to get a free meal from their, or a free item at least, from their vendor booth in exchange for them helping too. Plus, it's just a heck of a lot of fun.
That's a lot of people having a lot of fun, and I think that the growth is phenomenal. For those that are listening haven't been around the Gothenburg, you mentioned it's near the lake. Is that correct?
It is. And if you're coming into Gothenburg from Callaway, for example, you're coming up Highway 47, Lake Helen is just right there.
Okay.
As soon as you come into town. It's a beautiful, beautiful park. And the city of Gothenburg has graciously worked with us to allow us to host the event there at the park. We go out and measure off the little spots where the vendor trailers are going to park so we don't hit any sprinkler heads. And, there's so much behind the scenes work that people start rolling in on Thursday night before the concert to start setting up the stage and getting things ready. And we'll have trucks and buses and all of those things rolling in on Friday night. And
sounds like a lot of work.
It's a lot of work, and we're all exhausted when it's done, but we all come back and ready to do it again the next year. So
there's something about, and I don't know, this is different as a Christian concert than rather just putting on a regular show. But having put on regular shows over the years, you get all this work that goes into it, and the payoff for the people, because there's usually not any money to be made, to be honest, because the cost to put it on, is when the kind of starts getting dark and the lights are shining on the band and you look out and there's a whole city out there.
Yeah.
There's all these people that are gathered there at that one spot for that one reason.
Yeah.
It really is kind of special, isn't it?
It is very special. It is very special. There's definitely no money to be made. We're actually a 501c3, which I'd like to mention too. Again, if anyone is interested in helping with sponsorships or donations, that is tax deductible as a 501c3. We also, our big show is on Saturday, August 17th, and the first band is set to take the stage about 4:45. Our first one is Seth Schluter. We have a member of our board who, I don't know how he does it, but he's the one who lines up the bands. And every year he manages to find a newcomer that's like just getting started when he books them. And by the time they come, they'll usually have at least one hit. This year, that's Seth Schluter. Count Your Blessings, I hear on the radio all the time. That's his big hit. And usually that person will end up being a really big star. It's crazy how he has the foresight to pick these people. He did it with Ann Wilson when she was very first getting started, and now she's a headliner. So it's kind of fun to see that happen. But 4:45 is when events begin on August 17th, and then we invite everyone back to the site on Sunday morning. We leave the stage set up. We have a community worship service, and a member of one of the bands or one of the bands themselves always stays and leads the worship on Sunday morning. And we have a special speaker that comes on Saturday night and shares a message, usually between the main act and the second act. This year it'll be between 10th Avenue North and We the Kingdom. And he'll share a little bit while they're doing their stage preparations in the background. And then he shares again on Sunday morning. So Mike Doheny from 10th Avenue North will be our speaker this year for the Sunday morning service.
All right. And again, you wouldn't mind some more volunteers. Who do they contact?
They can go on our website, liveinoutloud.org is our website. And anybody can go on there, sign up to be a volunteer, find any more information. They can pledge sponsorships and donations if they want to, right on that site. So everything can be found on liveinoutloud.org.
Okay. All right. And the date again?
The date again is Saturday, August 17th. I do want to ask, and I think I said Mike Doheny. It's Mike Donahue. So I'll correct that real quick. I'm going to ask the public, even if you can't donate, even if you can't volunteer, even if you can't come to Gothenburg and join us for the concert, I would ask people to please be praying for the event, praying for good weather. Last year it was like 179 degrees outside and people were melting, but they were still there listening to great music. So I would ask people to be praying for the event, and most of all praying that the message that is portrayed from the stage is received loud and clear. That it's not just an evening of music and entertainment, but it accomplishes the goal that we have for it, which is that the gospel message be shared to everyone who is present.
Ellen Mortensen, our guest, former employee of KCNI KBBN, former church lady when she first started coming to see us.
Isn't that crazy? And that was a lot of years ago.
Yes. Yeah. We were interviewing you for your church here.
Yes.
And
that was right after Y2K.
That's
so
right.
That was like 2000 or 2001 when I first started coming out here and doing the church report.
Yeah. And then you started working here and still in journalism. You're the editor of the Gothenburg paper.
And the Callaway paper.
And the Callaway paper, yeah. And they're good papers. I don't know how you get it all done, Ellen, but they look great.
Well, thank you.
Yeah. Any other questions? Good partner, my friend, my neighbor, my co-host and brother and son all in one, Brent Apperson.
No, man, We the Kingdom.
Yeah.
How in the world did you get We the Kingdom?
We've been trying to get them for 3 years.
Yeah.
We actually had them locked in last year. They were supposed to be there last year. Then they had a scheduling conflict. So in order to get out of their contract with us, they agreed to come back this year for the same contracted price that we had them for last year.
Oh, nice.
So we finally got them. I'm super excited for We the Kingdom.
Yeah,
I was so excited when we started talking about getting them. 10th Avenue North. 10th Avenue North has been around for a long time. Then they took a hiatus for a couple of years, and they were just kind of clear out of things. They just came back. They just regrouped, came back with a fresh new focus. In fact, we're only their second show on their comeback tour. So we're real excited about that too. But We the Kingdom, just for some perspective, some songs that they sing Holy Water and Child of Love, which are my two absolute favorites. I was telling the girls before I came in, those are my dance around the kitchen songs. Get me going in the morning. But yeah, we're very, very excited to have them joining us.
Last question, Ellen. When you were here, still in Broken Bow, you started up Women's Day where they gathered out at
Warriors of the Light.
And it started at the Municipal Building and then moved out to One Box.
Yes.
Is that still going? Or the other part of the question is, did that kind of dovetail with this concert, or was there any?
There is no connection other than me.
Okay. Well.
But yes, it actually is still going, and now we do it at the Camp Comical Retreat Center.
Oh, nice place.
Yeah, so we're out there again. This will be our 10th year of Warriors of the Light. That's coming up in October.
Okay. Well, maybe we can talk about that later.
Yes, I
All
would
right.
love to do that.
Yeah. Thanks for clarifying tags on men and women. I appreciate that. And
livingoutloud.org.
Yes. Good.
And thanks for coming in. It's always great to see you. If you're
You bet.
back around here, stop see us.
Will do.
Okay.
Thanks so much, guys.
Thank you. We'll take a time out with these words. Don't let falling behind on your spraying affect your yield. Now is the time to book fungicide and insecticide applications on corn and soybeans with Arrow Aviation. Not only can you fight disease, but you can improve plant health at the same time, increasing yields. Easily control insects like grasshoppers, rootworms, beetles, and western bean cutworms with the help of Arrow Aviation. Call Casey, Melissa, or Kim with Arrow Aviation at 308-872-5113 to talk about your option.
Headaches, ear ringing, neck pain, dizziness, brain fog. Is your jaw pain to blame? Pearson Physical Therapy wants to be your partner in finding out. Tension and dysfunction in the jaw and surrounding muscles can lead to a number of symptoms that disrupt your daily life. It can be hard to know who to seek out for help. We invite you to come see us at Pearson Physical Therapy to learn how your jaw dysfunction can be managed so that you can get back to not having to deal with daily aggravation. Call us at 872-5800 or stop by on West Highway 2, Broken Bow.
Nebraska State Bank believes in our strong rural communities. We believe in our local ag producers and their capacity for innovation and growth. At Nebraska State Bank, we work hard to support our customers' growth, and that means growing ourselves as well. We offer a variety of banking products to make banking easier, especially during busy times, such as making payments online, signing loan documents digitally, or mobile depositing a check. These are just a few ways we can help simplify your life. Visit nesb.bank or call any of our branches to learn more about how we can make banking easier for you. Nebraska State Bank, member FDIC.
The Breakfast Show
Don't know what I do without them. They're awesome.
on KCNI KBBN.
York for first in the AL East.
Here's your weatherology forecast. I'm meteorologist Jennifer Wojcicki. High temperatures reach up to 92. Today, under mainly sunny skies, southerly winds 10 to 20 miles per hour. Mainly clear again. Tonight, lows level off around 68. High temperatures reach up to 91. Tomorrow, mainly clear. Low 90s, Sunday and Monday, with a slight chance of thunderstorms. Sunday. From the Weatherology Weather Center, I'm staff meteorologist Jennifer Wojcicki.
The busiest season is back. Get things accomplished with a Polaris off-road vehicle. Shrink your to-do list, rain or shine, while staying comfortable in a climate-controlled cab. Our sales team is ready to move units, so pick out yours from our huge line of in-stock units. The shop crew is always busy in the summer, so make sure to call ahead to schedule your service appointments. Agland ATV, West Highway 2, Broken Bow.
Always wear a helmet, never drink and drive.
73 degrees under a sunny sky here at Broken Bow. Winds picking up out of the south now a little bit at 5-6 miles per hour. Brent and Dave with you here. Thanks to Ellen Mortensen for dropping by to tell us about the Livin' Out Loud concert coming up in August. And that is in Gothenburg, Nebraska. No charge, and they're looking for volunteers. And
yes.
So we'll keep asking for volunteers as we go along to help the folks out. Takes a team.
Yes, it does.
That is the theme of the Custer County Fair Parade tomorrow. Something I wanted to mention now got away from me. There it goes, right out the door.
Oh, somebody grab it. Bring it back in.
Oh, I know what it was. We are going to be drawing today for $75 cash to lucky winner today.
Yeah.
So there'll not be any registrations today. But we will be drawing for the $75 before we close the show today.
All right.
Also, I want to remind you that every Monday at the Pizza Hut, they have the Parking Lot Pizza Day, 5:30 until 7:30 p.m. You can get a medium one-topping pizza for $9, hand-tossed or pepperoni baked, and ready to take home. Pizza Hut now has a great deal on the Hut Box, starting at $6.99, personal pan or melt with fries or wings. And they're doing daytime delivery now, Monday through Friday from 11 a.m. until 1 p.m., and all week long, 5 until 10 p.m. every day. Make sure you sign up for the Pizza Hut rewards for the extra deals and savings, as they got it going on out at the Pizza Hut in Broken Bow, Nebraska.
Yeah, and if you're looking for a nice cold beverage to go along with your pizza, the Whiskey Barrel would have what you need.
Yes, you could stop off either on your way to the Pizza Hut, depending on where you're coming from, because they're just down the road on Highway 2 on the south side between Subway and Vet Care, right across from Gateway Motors. When you walk in, you'll find a well-kept, nice, clean, bright store with very nice, bright people inside as well. And you can have a short conversation with somebody behind the counter, always willing to say hi and visit a little bit about the weather or whatever. And if there's nobody behind you, you can have a little longer conversation.
There you go.
You can get all the way into how to make a dill pickle, for instance.
Wow.
Hey, do you know how to make dill pickles? Go from there.
Wow. That's amazing.
Yeah.
Thank you, Dave.
You ever made dill pickles?
Ever made dill pickles? I think as a kid I may have assisted Mom and Grandma maybe with making the dill pickles, but my Grandma Apperson made a sweet pickle, which were amazing.
See, I never liked the sweet
those.
pickles.
Really?
I mean, I could eat them, but the dills, and I had my Grandma Bernie.
Yeah.
She could really make dill pickles. And Joan, my wife, Karen Joan Knight Bernie.
Yes.
She tried to make Grandma gave her the recipe. But it just didn't happen. Didn't have that grandma touch at the time. Now, I bet now that Joan could probably make a dill pickle. Or pickles.
Yeah.
Hard to make just one.
But the fresh ones, the ones Mom and Grandma made or whatever, put in those are just the best.
The crispy ones?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Close your eyes and think about a crispy dill pickle.
There you go.
Do you have anything you need to read over there?
Let's see. We do want to remind you that our friends at the Wild Rose Gallery are putting together a photo and art competition, which is open to everyone who is 14 years of age and older. Now, you don't have to be an artist to enter into this competition. They want you to enter. And you can basically enter anything. All types of art may be entered. Things like fiber arts, sculpture, woodworking, pastel, paint, floral decorations, colored pencil, photos, pottery, etc. And again, they want to stress, you don't have to be an artist to enter and win. You can enter as many times as you would like. It's a $5 entry fee for each entry. Items need to be brought to the Wild Rose Gallery from 9 to 1 on August 17th. There will then be a public reception held on Friday, August 23rd at 7 p.m., and they're paying out some great prizes. The grand prize is $100.
Wow.
Also paying out 6 awards of excellence at $25 and 10 honorable mentions at $10. So tell your friends, tell your family, and get involved. The photo and art competition hosted by Wild Rose Gallery in Broken Bow, open to everyone 14 years of age and older.
We'll be right back after these words.
Barney Pharmacy in Broken Bow is your locally owned pharmacy. Happy to help support the 4-H'ers and the Custer County Fair. They offer leader private brand products because you get the quality and effectiveness of a name brand at a fraction of the cost. You can also find helpful pharmacists to recommend the correct product for your symptoms. They hope to see you at the fair having a good time and invite you to see them soon at Barney Pharmacy.
Tired of unexpected car troubles putting a misfire in your day? Introducing C&M Auto in Anselmo. For routine maintenance to major repairs of gas and diesel cars or light and heavy-duty trucks, go with C&M Auto. They boast the latest diagnostics to diagnose and fix your vehicle's issues with quick response and a very competitive labor rate. Plus emergency 24-hour service rates outside their 9 to 5 Monday through Friday hours. Call 308-749-2277 for C&M Auto, located south of Chandler's Honey off Highway 2 in Anselmo. C&M Auto.
Hi, I'm E.J. Williams. Each year, millions of animals are abandoned, and more than 1 million are euthanized before they can be rescued. Organizations like American Humane are working to harness the healing power of the human-animal bond, as animals can be trained as life-saving service and therapy dogs to help veterans, the elderly, and children with special needs to overcome the obstacles of everyday life. To find out how you can help give animals and the people they help a new leash on life, please visit AmericanHumane.org.
Not all people are the same. And yet, when we visit the doctor, our treatments don't look that different. Why is that? Because we just don't have enough information to do it better. By gathering health data from 1 million people, our country's best researchers will be able to develop treatments that are as unique and complex as we are. With this new information, doctors will have a better understanding of disease so they can innovate the next great breakthroughs in medicine. Learn more at joinallofus.org.
12 past the hour of 9 o'clock. I'm serious about that. Talking off the air, sometimes I have to provide information for Brent that he doesn't necessarily want to hear. Here's Dwight Yoakam on the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show.
Is a proud supporter of the Custer County Fair. As flies develop resistance to ear tags and as another herd is reinfested with lice during calving time, more cattlemen are recognizing the importance of providing year-long treatment for effective year-long control of parasites. Go with Lewis Cattle Oilers from Gaffney Farms. Howard, Linda, and the boys would like to wish all the participants the best at the Custer County Fair.
Proudly serving Custer County for over 40 years, the Grocery Cart. Save on bone-in baby back or St. Louis pork ribs, $3.98 a pound. And add to your grill out with ballpark beef franks, $3.98. Kemp's French onion dips are 2 for $4. Best Choice sliced strawberries, 2 tubs for $4. In produce, heads of iceberg lettuce are 2 for $3. For your pasta night, Prego pasta sauces are 2 for $5. Grocery Cart, online at gkbrokenbow.com. East Highway 2, Broken Bow.
The schedule is packed this week at the Thomas County Fair. Go view entries all week, and on Friday, don't miss the Ranch Rodeo at 5, along with the free will donation barbecue put on by Seneca Lodge 284. A cornhole tournament and night golf ends Friday at the Thetford Golf Course. Saturday is packed start to finish. A parade, games, car show, water activities, talent show, and another free will barbecue before entertainment and the beer garden. The Thomas County Fair is going on now. See you there. Paid for by the Thomas County Visitors Committee.
Hey, neighbor.
Nate, there's a fully inflated hot air balloon in your backyard.
I know, isn't it great?
But why? You can't keep it there. The homeowners association will go crazy.
Oh, I'm not going to keep it up there. I'm going to fly it over the Nebraska football game on Saturday to get the best seat in the house.
Nate, you don't have to do that. Just enter the Nebraska Lottery's Lotto America Ticket Snap promotion. Until August 5th, buy a Lotto America ticket with the All-Star bonus and enter the voucher number online for a chance to win Nebraska football Skybox season tickets, an incredible football and volleyball weekend experience, or regular football season tickets.
Well, that is a better way to get a great view.
Yeah, one other question. Why is the balloon in the shape of a giant volleyball? You were going to fly over a football game.
It's the only decent thing the rental place had left. It was either this, a hockey puck, a banana, or a giant poodle. Even I have my standards.
Lotto America top prize odds, 1 in 26 million.
9:18, almost 9:19. You're listening to The Breakfast Show on a Friday. Thank you for that. We appreciate that very much. Cadence Feldman is in the studio with us. She lives in rural Litchfield.
Yep.
About a mile out?
Yeah, about a mile out. You can see my house from the school, so.
Oh, okay. That's still in the country.
Yep.
You're still a country girl. So there's a teen dance coming up. I thought I'd let you know about this.
Oh, okay.
It's in conjunction with the county fair.
All right.
On the 31st, which is Wednesday, 9 until midnight.
Okay.
And sponsored by the Broken Bow Elks Past Presidents Association. So you're invited. It's only $6. Right. And if you don't have the money, I'll lend it to you. Now, if you're taking somebody, that would be $12. You're going to have to pay for that, whoever that is.
I'll keep that in mind.
Okay, that person is not an employee of KCNI KBBN, whatever you take. So if you go to a teen dance, you go to teen dances sometimes?
Yeah.
So I'm curious because we wanted live bands when we were kids. That was the thing. And then I think as time evolved, a live band couldn't play all the different kinds of music that kids want to dance to anymore. It can go from country to hip-hop.
Yep.
So is that kind of the way it is when you go to the dance? It's all different kinds?
Yeah, especially because there's different types of line dances. You know, we've got the church clap, which is very, like, pop Christian music, and then somebody will want the boot scoot and boogie, and so very different. And then there's so many other ones, and lots of different music. So
there's some organized dances that you guys like to do.
Mm-hmm.
Do they do the chicken one?
No.
No, I figured that had to be there.
You do Cotton Eye Joe?
Yeah. But when we do it, there's two different ways, and you never know. Depending where you're at, you never know like which version they're gonna do. Because there's one where you're actually in a line, and then there's another one where you like run in a circle and you like hook arms with other people and you do all sorts of stuff. And, yeah.
Wow, I think I'd be a wallflower over in the corner. It sounds like you have to know what you're doing. But by the way, the guy across from you, Brent Amperson, what a show he put on at a recent wedding, his daughter's wedding. He did 3 different songs, 3 different type dances. Well, I guess they were different. You had very good.
I did. I have learned how to do Footloose, the line dance.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah.
So
I guess I could join the crowd on that one.
Yeah. Did
But
they do
that's
that
it.
one at Teen Dances, Footloose?
Yes, but that one's another one where there's 2 different versions. So when I went to Hobie, which was in Norfolk, they did it completely different than how we do it around here. So
It's regional then.
Yeah.
I guess.
Wow. What was the other 2 what you did?
We did the Carlton. Are you familiar with that?
No.
It comes from an old TV show, Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
Oh,
which
I've
I
heard of
think
that, yeah.
was before your time. But my daughter always did the Carlton. There was a character that did this dance to a Tom Jones song.
Oh, yes, a very good one. Yeah.
It's not unusual to be loved by you.
Yeah.
And so we did that and Footloose, and then there was another one. It's all a blur for me now. I was just happy I got through it.
Well, Brent, I don't take this wrong, but I think if Cadence would kind of help you dress, I think you could get into a teen dance.
You're the right height.
Yeah. Oh, boy, you just had to go there, didn't you, Cadence?
Oh, way to go, Cadence.
Boy, oh boy. See, ladies and gentlemen, we are now witnessing the influence of David J. Burney. This wonderful, innocent, fantastic, young teenage gal comes to work to KCNI KBBN Radio, and now look. There you go. We've just seen the influence of David J. Burney. Wow. Unbelievable.
Well, Cadence is not blind. She can see for herself. I mean, you can blame it on me if you want to.
That's good.
Okay. What we're going to do here now is draw for the $75 winner. And Jeremy asked us to talk a little bit about what we're going to do next week. Now, I want to make sure it's not this week. It's not this drawing. But we're going to draw, I think, 3 $75 winners next Friday. So you're going to want to come to after the parade. We're going to have a registration. And out at the barbecue, we'll have a registration. And then we'll have our registrations next week as usual. So next Friday, we're going to give away 3 $75 cash prizes. Today, we're going to give the $75 away, and this comes from a lot of registrations that we've had at other parades and other locations. All the registrations are in the Ace Hardware trash bucket. And
it's about a quarter of the way full.
It is.
That's how many registrations we've taken so far.
Yeah. Who wants to stir up the registrations? Because I just poured the last ones in. We need to stir them up.
It's already been documented here on the show this morning. I'm kind of short, so I probably can't even reach in that far to mix them up.
Well, why don't you just jump on in there?
I about could. The trash can is that big. What is that thing? Man, 32 gallon.
Oh, wow.
That's a big trash can.
There's a lot of registrations.
Yeah. Yeah, I think this drawing's going to come from all of the registrations that we have took, whether it be out and about at live events, whether it be registrations that we've taken on the air. Everything that we have taken and people have gotten registered for is going to be, they're all going to be in this drawing.
Cadence, would you read the sponsors of today's drawing?
Sure. So we've got Custer Public Power District, Chapin's Furniture, Callaway District Hospital with the Arnold and Callaway Medical Clinics, OneQuest Incorporated, and Bruning Bank.
Thank you to those businesses. All right. However you want to go about this, Cadence, just jump in there or lean in there or reach down in there and pull one out.
All right.
Okay. Looks like she's going deep.
Oh, here's the winner.
Melanie Welch.
Yay, Melanie.
Welch. Way to go, Melanie. $75 richer right now. Now Melanie's eligible for the $750 drawing in September, or she's also eligible to possibly win that wonderful grill from Ace Hardware, valued at $1,200 or $1,300. And so once you win the $75, you're in the final drawing. So congratulations. Cadence, thanks so much.
Yeah, thank you.
All right, what are you working on today?
I've got a couple news stories. Yeah, that's about it.
Okay, well, that's good. We need those news stories. And you have a very special shirt on today.
Oh, yep.
We'll show that on Facebook. Deadwater Snappers. Can you explain?
So my parents play in a co-ed slow-pitch softball league, and they play on Friday nights in July. And I played with them last weekend, and we just got these shirts. And they've always been Deadwater because it's, I don't know, actually. But they've always been Deadwater with their friends. And so the full story is I have a sand volleyball team, and we're called the Muddy Creek Bullfrogs. And my dad really likes the Bullfrogs, but I was like, you can't have them. So he's like, fine, we're going to be the Deadwater Snappers. So
It works.
Yes.
Works fine.
Good name for a softball team. I love it. The Deadwater Snappers.
I like it. Thank you, young lady. Appreciate it. And I'm glad that you're, kind of modeling some of your radio style off of yours truly. I appreciate that very much. Don't you, Brent?
No comment. I can't. Be strong, Cadence. All right, moving forward, be strong. Don't give in to the influence of this man. All right, be strong. That's my inspirational speech to you today.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. Did I show you the card I got from Mom? This is Brent's mom, who's adopted yours truly, and I think Gemma's dad is starting to be okay with me being part of the family too. The only person who hasn't really accepted it is Brent. Let me pick out another line here. And I actually gave her some flowers when she was here for the wedding. Such a nice surprise. Your kindness means so much. Thank you for being so good to Brent. That's one of my favorite lines. You're a special guy to all of us. Man, I tell you, I'm getting the royal treatment in this family. I feel just like I grew up with you, Brent.
Yeah. I wouldn't be a bit surprised if Mom approaches me about putting you into the Christmas gift exchange, probably for the family. I'm sure we're going to be adding Dave Burney's name to that this year.
You guys ever do that, or do you ever do it where you end up with, you trade them around, you end up with a kind of a not so good gift? What's that?
White elephant?
Yeah, white elephant. You ever play that with the family?
Not with the family, but I've been involved in those types of gift exchanges before.
Well, I hope if we play this Christmas that we're able to get that white elephant, on your lap. Here's Joe Bonamassa.